I'm now joined by CJ Hélie. He's the president of Beer Canada, and we've got some things to talk about. But first, let's talk about what is Beer Canada.
So Beer Canada is the only national inclusive trade association representing Canadian brewers of all sizes and regions and beer consumers. So we advocate on behalf of the brewing industry with the federal, provincial, and municipal governments to make sure their policies are attuned to the needs of the society.
And we're talking about impaired driving. So how does impaired driving impact your organization, and why is it a priority?
Impaired driving, of course, is a critical issue for all of society, but for those of us who are privileged enough to work in the beverage alcohol sector, we feel that we have to do everything we can to mitigate all the risk associated with the improper use of our products, and that certainly includes impaired driving. I think we've made a lot of progress over the years in educating and reducing the number of incidents. There's always more work to do. There's a new cohort of drivers every year that needs to be educated, and we have to remind older drivers like myself about don't backslide. We need to continue to make progress. And we also have a whole bunch of new types of vehicles on the roads as well. So there's always tweaking of the message to make sure that it remains front and center, that everybody recognizes you don't drink and drive, ever.
You know, your first answer to the first discussion question, it really covers a lot, but why is Beer Canada part of the IDCC?
We have found that coalitions work so much better than individual organizations or associations alone. So the IDCC is really unique in the breadth, in the diversity of the experience and expertise that they bring to the table. So we're just thrilled to be part of that and bring, a little bit of our perspective to that broader discussion.
That's amazing. The IDCC has an action plan. Is there a part of that plan that you think is particularly important?
Well, we are in the beer business, so we know how to communicate and talk to our consumers. And I think that's where we can really add value. And I think it's really critical to find new ways and interesting ways to engage with drivers and pedestrians and bicyclists about the risks on the roads and how to protect themselves and others from adverse effects.
There are so many facts and myths about impaired operation that people just get wrong, and that's something that we deal with all the time on Ask a Traffic Cop. Is there a group or some facts and myths that really stand out as needing more attention from your perspective?
I think the biggest myth is that maybe impaired driving is only about alcohol and only about cars. Impairment can come in many forms and fashion, whether it's substance abuse, fatigue, or other elements, and of course a whole bunch of different kind of vehicles as well. It's not just cars, e-bikes, e-scooters now, even boats and snowmobiles.
Yeah, it really is a bigger conversation, and it's important to consider and discuss all of it. Thank you so much for spending time with us, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon.
Sean, thank you very much. Really appreciate the time.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like more information about the IDCC, follow the link in the description because there's lots of information to share.